Hi, today's lesson is on evaluating polynomials. And some of this should look pretty familiar because you did it some time ago. Probably started it in about 8th grade, to be honest. But in short, we're going to start with doing it algebraically. And evaluating means simplifying expressions down to a single numerical value. In other words, you are just plugging things in. Like this little bit right here says, usually the hardest part is watching your signs. So let's see if we can go through a practice problem real quickly. Alright, this problem asks you to evaluate a squared b for a equals -2, b equals 3, c equals -4, and d equals 4. So a is -2, so we're going to have -2 squared times b, and we see that b is 3. -2 squared would be -8 times 3 gives us -24. So that's the evaluation on this number, is -24. More of what we'll be doing is evaluating polynomials, which looks something like this. And they will give you the polynomial, and it will often be in the form f of x or y is equal to, and they give you the value. So x to the 4th plus 3x cubed minus x squared plus 6 for x equals -3. So use parentheses, it helps a lot. So everywhere there's an x, we're going to substitute a -3. So we have -3 to the 4th plus 3. We have another, that's a 3, another x, which is -3 cubed minus, and then we have another x, which is -3 squared. 3 to the 4th is, and you're going to write that down, then we're going to have 3 cubed, and then 3 squared. Watch your signs. I'm going to give you a second to do this and see if you can come up with an answer. Okay, so -3 to the 4th, 3 to the 4th is 81. We have 4 negative signs, or -3 times -3 times -3 times -3. So that's positive 81 plus 3. 3 cubed is 27, but we have 3 negative signs, so that's -27 minus 3 squared is 9. Now you're just going to have to go through and do some algebra. So we have 81 plus 3 times -27, which is -81 minus 9. Obviously 81 minus 81 is 0, minus 9 is -9. So not much to it. Let's quickly run through another example. 3x squared minus 12x plus 4 for x equals -2. You will see these written like this a lot of times. And let me switch to drawing mode for you. So you're going to have f of -2 equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 4. When you see it written in this format, whatever is right here, your x value, is right there. So we're going to take our x, and everywhere there's an x, we're going to substitute -2. So it will look like this. 3 times -2 squared minus 12 times -2 plus 4. -2 squared is 4, so we have 3 times 4 minus 12 times -2 plus 4, or 12 plus 24 plus 4, which gives us 12 plus 24 is 36 plus 4 is 40. So 3x squared minus 12x plus 4 evaluated at -2 gives us 40. Another way you'll be asked to evaluate is from a function or from a graph. So I'm using Desmos.com, and this is a really good app. You can use this at home, and I've graphed 2x cubed plus 7x squared plus 2x minus 4. Now, a lot of times you will be asked to find something that looks like f of x equals what? Well, if I want to evaluate this for f of, let me see if I can find a whole number for you. -3. Well, what you want to do is find out where -3 is on the graph. So we have 1, 2, this is -3, and then find out where it crosses, sorry about that, this axis. So let me draw some dots in for you. Okay, now we've got some whole numbers. So if I ask you to find the graph at f of 7, and it would look like this, f of 1 equals what? So this means x is 1. On your graph, go to 1, and then I want to find what the y value is. So here's 1 right here. Follow it all the way up until it hits the graph, and we have that point right here. So y is 7. You could write that f of 1 equals 7. Now, I've got another point down here, 0, -4. Same thing. If I ask you if x is 0, you're going to find y on the graph. Sometimes we do it backwards. Sometimes you will see f of x equals -4. What is x? So you're going to go to the y value of 4 and then trace that back up to the x value. In this case, would be right here. So we've learned to evaluate 3 ways algebraically. We've learned how to do it with a graph starting with x, and we've learned how to do it by finding the y. If you have any questions, we will go over some more examples in your notebooks for tomorrow.